welcome to this week's Dynamite Blitz. We want to get this one started. We did watch the Dynasties last Sunday. Hit on some high points of that whole thing there. We got FTR heel turn on Cope. Very interesting there. Bowens returned during the opening. He's the 5-tool player now. Looks very menacing. Could be good things coming for him. You're getting Mox winning again. Very controversial in the end there, if you will. And then the Bucks return. So we'll find out what happens here on the Dynamite. I thought the overall was good for the pay-per-view, by the way. What were your thoughts overall?
Yep, pay-per-view, enjoyable. I did not get sleepy, so it kept me going.
Also like 4.5 hours long.
Yeah, let's cut that down by like half an hour. Please, please.
All right, let's get Dynamite Blitz started out here. We get this one with Mox promo right off the bat there. Praising the roster. No one really wants that belt, he says. We've been hearing that for a long time, though.
Yeah.
And then the Young Bucks better be careful moving forward after the finish to Dynasty there. That was very interesting.
And just tread lightly, so we'll see what comes of that.
Could get interesting. Moving right into Mox versus Shibata. One hell of an opener. Good, solid technical match. There's a lot of grappling on the ground, roll-ins.
Yeah, very grappling.
Old school there. Hard chops. Shibata does not move taking these chops like a freaking stone statue. Very good. Love that guy. Moxley gets the choke for the win, not the Bulldog, just a normal choke. Then we get, I believe the Young Bucks do come out afterward, right away.
Yep.
They answer the call from Mox there. Mox, I believe, just walks away. That wants nothing to do with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Bucks kind of want the hanger back.
Yeah,
they want the back in there in the whole deal.
They did it for Hangman.
Yep, they're trying to get him back. They'd like to team up with the Death Riders, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Unknown there. Mox, they call him back out. They come back out and talk to us, and you get Omega.
Ooh.
Omega comes out. Then what happens with all this stuff here gets kind of weird and crazy.
Yeah, a lot of. He kind of went off on a personal hit on the Young Bucks. It was kind of funny. Seemed spur of the moment. Who knows? Worked out. But basically kind of knocked those guys, the Young Bucks and the Death Riders, for basically almost killing AEW, which...
Killing.
You know...
He's right.
It kind of feels that way, almost.
He's right.
And somebody else as well that preceded that. But I digress. Then Okada comes out. And then immediately after that, Swerve comes out.
Whose house?
Swerve's house?
Swerve's house.
Yeah, Swerve gets on the mic, and then all of a sudden... in comes Pac, which that leads to their match, which unfortunately was very short, wasn't it?
Very short. We got a little Pac, I believe, when Ospreay came out, or Swerve. Swerve jumped off the rope to hit his little behind the back thing. I mean, he might have landed on Pac's ankle or something.
Something happened with the ankle.
Something was kind of weird. Pac did finish, though. He took the... Swerve stomp. That was basically it for that. He got out of the ring really fast, though, for having a broken ankle or whatever he might have had.
Yeah, he kind of disappeared. I don't know where he went.
Very weird, but...
think legit hurt, though, yeah.
For the first time match for them, too, that cut short. Very sad, very sad.
Bummer.
Yeah, then you're getting a little quickie. Renee in backstage there with the Hangman. He comes around.
Looking
still
for
kind of
Swerve.
confused about the wild card.
Yeah.
And then checking out, trying to find Swerve.
Yeah.
See how that goes. We'll see later, maybe.
Yeah. Who's he find, though? Prince Nana.
Oh, yeah, and the Nana was back there.
Yeah.
He does.
Kind of
He's
Nana
apologize or something. Yeah, he says, like, no.
Not having it. Not yet, at least.
Nope. Next, we get the weirdo 400K match. 400K award to the win.
I don't know.
Hers, maybe split.
I think it's 100K.
Didn't hear the logistic.
100K to each.
100K per. 8-man tag. Crazy people here. We got Ospreay, Briscoe, Speedball, and the Jet.
Right.
Versus Ricochet, the Beast, Mortis, Leo Rush, and Action Andretti. Many cool things.
Yeah. Non-stop action.
The whole time.
Yeah.
All kinds of cool four-corner punches going on at the same time. Those things are kind of cool. At one point in time, Ricochet dives
out of
over the top.
Yeah.
They all kind of like split and then boop his head because he's
Slap
bald.
His bald head.
Yep, bald. It's funny. Yeah. That was good. Fun, exciting throughout the whole match there. The running jump, like, swerve stomp jump spike thing was amazing by Ricochet as well. Very smooth and powerful. In the end, Ospreay hits the hidden blade on Mortis for the win. For me, at the end here, I wrote, if you watch wrestling and didn't enjoy that match, there's something wrong with you. That's what wrestling is all about.
Everybody got to shine on that one. I also found out Adam Copeland's out right after that, right?
Yeah, Copeland's broken up.
I guess he's done wrestling, guys.
Done. He'll be back.
Or not.
He'll be back.
We'll see.
Wrestling. Number 5 here, we got Hurt Syndicate Celebration after winning those or retaining the belts against Big Bill and Brian Keith there at Dynasty. Champagne in 40s, maybe. Probably not, but it appeared that way, and I like it that way, so it's better.
Or bubbly water. Who knows?
MVP kind of starts out on the mic there.
Yeah.
And then right away you're getting the MJF coming out there. And he's kind of... oh, yeah, it's the whole thing. He stands in line with the Syndicate, playing games. Shelton's kind of giggling. MVP's kind of like, whatever. And Lashley, pissed.
Not happy. Still not happy.
Yeah, he is just a mean mug.
Yep, no trusty.
Yeah. They had a good back and forth, going back and forth. MJF was kind of funny and more comedic in the beginning, I think. Like, Shelton was kind of trying to keep it together from time to time.
Yeah.
With all that, was kind of good. MVP gets back on there, said he needs 3 thumbs up to join the Syndicate.
Time to vote.
It did not go his way. Shelton was kind of midway and then turned down.
Yeah.
And then Bobby was with him, so that's bad for MJF. He didn't seem like he understood what was going on there.
No, he's got a lot of work to do to gain that trust.
We'll see how she goes.
Yeah. Then
backstage with Renee, if you will, there. Bane and Ford. What do they have to say?
Yeah, they Penelope at first was on the mic for this one, kind of leading the way and saying that everybody's still going to have to deal with Megan Bane. And then Megan Bane actually stepped in, and it's open challenge for Collision. We'll see who answers. She's going to make them bow down, though.
Hopefully someone cool. Hopefully. Next, we cut to a little, where are we at now?
The tourney. Yeah.
It's the start of the Onin. Stat versus Rosa.
Yep.
Timeless is on the mic for the whole time here. I have her on commentary was epic.
Yeah.
I believe she was calling out tag teams at one point in time, and her and Tony Schiavone would just be called tits.
Yeah, it was a pretty good zinger on Tony there.
It was good. The Stat Rosa solid match. Went back and forth. Good hits, good moves, smooth.
Yeah.
Hit the Saturday Night for the win there. Stat does get the win.
Yeah.
But I thought both women delivered on this one.
Yeah, both
Very
outfits
solid.
Jazz wears.
Oh, both outfits were cool.
Should get some figures out.
Both good. Backstage with Callis. He's pumping up Fletcher and Takeshita in the Owen tournament coming up here. But due to these injuries, my man Cage, he's going to need some new members. So who are they going to get for the Callis family?
Who knows?
Unknown.
Yeah.
You know what would be really good, guys? Turn the Outrunners heel. See what happens. Hype them up even more. Just saying. July 1st. Next, we're going backstage again with Adam Cole, with Kyle and Roddy.
Yeah.
Basically, they just want some more gold after Adam Cole did win the TNT over Danny Garcia there at Dynasty. So that's looking interesting. I like those guys as a group anyway. Next, interesting seg here. We get TV time with the Learning Tree.
Yep.
Jericho's out there. No Big Bill or Brian Keith at first. Claiming he lost his belt and a tooth at Dynasty.
Yeah.
But does still have his family. And then calls out Bill and Keith. They come down. Bill kind of gets at him like, you're going to make fun of us or cut us down.
Yep.
Jericho says, no, you still haven't learned anything. And then snaps. What does he do when he's bashing TVs?
He unraveled. Yeah, bashing TVs, repeating the same phrase over and over again.
He's just disappointed.
Yep. Just disappointed, I guess.
Yep. In the end, I believe he's, time for me to leave, maybe?
Yeah, kind of gaslight City there. And basically, if they don't change, I guess Chris Jericho can't be around them anymore.
It's going to get interesting. Maybe he comes back as someone new.
Yeah, felt like a character changing.
One of many.
Yep.
Usually hate them at first and they kind of grow on you.
We'll see.
Next, we're backstage with Hurt Syndicate again.
Yep. Alicia.
Yep. MJF there. So you're getting Shelton Bobby still having none of MJF.
Yeah.
Just left an MVP. Then MJF comes back in there.
And he's not happy.
And basically needs to figure out what Bob and Shelton actually do need to get in that Hurt Syndicate. He wants in to get that title. He wants the Triple B.
Well, yeah, got to match those shoes he brought out.
Triple B, nasty sweet shoes.
Yep.
Next, I got 11.5. They threw it in there on me. Jericho's still pissed backstage, bashing things again as he's leaving in his car. Then we're getting to tonight's main event. Yuta and Claudio versus Hook and Joe of the Ops. Good hard-hitting match. More chops in this one as well. Hook did the walk-away. Joe move on Yuta there. Basically, after that, Hook destroyed.
Yeah, I felt like 2 segments of Hook basically cornered.
Non-stop. Can't get to the tag. Joe's out of the way. Can't get to the tag.
Yep.
At one point in time, to the end there, Joe was out of the ring. I believe he bashed Claudio maybe on the side. Something like that.
Yeah.
Hook gets him in the red room. And then you're getting...
Mox comes out. Yep.
Interferes.
Then Shibata comes out.
And Shibata takes down Mox.
And all the ops get all the Death Riders and submissions at the same
down.
time.
Red Rum, Coquina Clutch.
Yep.
They get the win. Death Riders. In the end, they take out everyone again with Marini coming out there with the briefcase.
And
she had a chair, not a briefcase. No belt needed for them guys.
No.
They attack the ops a little bit more. Claudio hits Hook with the neutralizer on said chair.
It looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it did not look good. It was probably okay. It looked pretty decent. Joe was not happy. Staring down.
Sweaty and mad.
Always sweaty. Gets on the belts, gets on the mics, wants those trios championships. Ops want gold. And give them gold.
Why not?
Gold.
Why not?
All right, moving on. We get everyone's favorite segment of the night, the choppiest match. I think we're on agreement. Shibata and Mox. Yeah. Shibata, maybe Joe was harder hitting, but Shibata does not move.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it to that, but we have maybe something else going on here, man? What else do we have? Do we have a runner-up, possibly?
Well, yeah. The honorary mention was definitely the main event. Joe, some very stiff chops, but number of chops were definitely the opener.
Yeah, Shibata wins for not moving.
Yep.
Way to be a man. We're proud of you.
Yeah.
High spots for me. I have the 8-man tag. I thought that was just good wrestling fun, all in fun. There. I have a runner-up. Pac versus Ospreay. This is my runner-up. How about you? What do you got for the high spots?
Interesting. I had Stat versus Thunder Rosa with Tony Storm. That was just all sorts of fun and a good match while the fun talking was going on. And the MJF promos all night were kind of cut above what has been happening with him prior to this. So
they're better again.
Yeah. So that's good. My low point was the Pac swerve, pocket and
swerve. I said Ospreay.
I was gonna let it roll, but whatever. But yeah, Pac swerve.
I wrote that wrong twice.
Yeah, assuming Pac is legitimately hurt, that kind of blew. So
yeah, he's hurt.
So yeah, especially after he somewhat recently kind of came back from an injury. But a lot of people getting injured everywhere in wrestling now. So
yeah,
it's the way it goes.
I concur.
Next man or woman up.
Yeah, I concur with the low.
Yeah.
Pac versus Ospreay. I've written that again.
Yep.
They made both. My runner-up, what could have been, and my low.
Yeah.
Collision coming up here Saturday. We're hearing from FTR. Their decisions that were made. That should be interesting.
Lots of boos, I assume.
Bowens versus Christian. Blake Christian.
Yep.
Blake Christian first. See how Bowens looks here. Hopefully he's better than Castor's been since the singles run started.
Yeah.
Then we're getting the Owen. Billy versus Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Harley versus Athena. And Kenosuke versus Brody. It should be definitely cool. And then next week, Dynamite Spring Break in full effect.
Yeah.
Possibly the wild card with Hangman. Unknown yet. But that could happen.
Still searching for that.
I think it's going to be on Dynamite. So we'll see who that bees. Maybe just some Alexanders.
Alexanders? That's what one's hoping, I guess.
The Alexanders.
I don't know.
But That has been the Dynamite Blitz.
Thank you.
See you later.